this video is only for women who are ready. Ladies, if you have a goal and you want to crush it, you want to create your dream life, and you are done with your excuses, with your whining, with your constant negotiating, and you are ready, who are done with standing in their own way, who are ready to up level. If this is you, then you came to the right video. In order to create the dream life that you want and to become the person that has that life, you have to change your habits. And success, guys, leaves clues. So if you are a woman who wants to be successful, why not look at other successful women? You need to build the same habits that very successful women live by. And lucky for you, I've collected a lot of them in this video. And this is especially good for you if you're someone who tends to get jealous of seeing other women succeed. Instead, from now on, you're going to become curious and obsessed with understanding how they got there. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want big sister advice to level up in your life. Because success is not a secret, it is a blueprint. Successful women start their day with intention. When I was in my slump era a few years ago, guess what? I did not set any intentions for the day. I rolled out of bed, I brushed my teeth, I had a shower, and then I went to work. That was it. I often didn't even have breakfast in the morning. I had no time for myself in the morning, and I surely did not set any freaking intention for my day. I just let everything happen to me. I let the day happen to me. I always was in reaction mode. React. But I had no control. And the way you gain control over your day is by setting intentions for the day. Let's take Oprah Winfrey as an example. I mean, she's like super highly successful. You don't need to be like the biggest fan of her, but she has figured it out of how to be successful. And one thing that she always does is she sets an intention for herself in the morning. She does a meditation, she does gratitude journaling, she does these little habits before she actually starts her day. So what I want you to do is you set an intention for your day. You don't need to meditate, and you also don't need to journal, even though I do think journaling is super powerful because you get it out of your head and onto paper, and you just make it real. You bring it into the real world here. Basically sit in bed after you wake up, before you grab your phone, and you just set an intention for how you want to feel, how you want to show up. I also like to do a mini tiny visualization of how I'm going to do my day, how I'm going to do my breakfast, how is my future self, like the person that I'm wanting to become, like how would she show up today, and I just channel her energy. Begin your day grounding yourself before you're just reacting. If you want to start following through with your plans, you have to start doing something like this, because how you start your day really sets the tone for the rest of the day, and the day sets then the rest of the tone for the rest of the week. It's a chain reaction. Successful women that prioritize their health and energy, fitness, moving your body regularly, good nutrition, these are non-negotiables. Your brain and your energy cannot function on just junk food, on just takeaways, on just sugar. I love sugar, I love treaties, I also like going out for meals, but you cannot do this every day, all day. You have to have balance. If we look at an athlete like Serena Williams, I mean, she's such a freaking badass. She built her career on discipline. Nutrition is super important. Of course, she's an athlete. You're not an athlete. If you are struggling with following through with your goals, maybe you want to start a side business, maybe you want to up level in your career, maybe you want to lose weight, whatever it is, you want to glow up physically, you need to focus on your energy management. I have a whole video on this. Movement and nutrition are so crucial for this. You have to eat more protein. You have to eat more fiber. I say this probably in every freaking video that you see of me. You have to just eat more nutrient-dense food. You cannot go out, crush your goals, be confident, have energy if you're running on empty, if you're under eating, or if you're constantly overeating. Both of this will drain your energy. So you have to feed yourself adequately. You have to eat enough. Don't keep constant snacking, having these like blood sugar spikes, because the more blood sugar spikes you have throughout the day, the more crashes you will have, the more fatigue you will be. You will then be more peckish again. It's a vicious cycle. You want then more coffee, you want more sugar. Really work on having blood sugar stabilizing meals, lots of protein, lots of whole foods. Just really make sure that you fuel yourself. Your body and your brain, they are machines, and they need good fuel. Health and wellness is not optional. It is the foundation of high performance. Movement is so important. Movement actually gives you energy. Sometimes you just sit on your ass all day and you're like, oh, I can't be bothered going outside, I have no energy. Go outside for literally a 10-minute walk and suddenly you will feel alive again. Number 3, they set clear goals and execute relentlessly. This is gonna be a difficult one if you're someone who loves goal setting, planning. You procrastinate with planning, it makes you feel good, but then you stop. You're not executing, yeah? You're actually missing out the biggest step, which is execution, which is taking taking action. You cannot have vague goals. Losing weight, making more money, growing social media, these are really vague goals. This doesn't mean anything. Your brain doesn't get excited executing here, okay? It gets really overwhelmed and confused because it doesn't know what you actually mean. So you need to be really specific. This year, it was the first year I ever did a vision board, and it honestly inspires me so much to keep going. Do the planning, get a planner. I have my Notion board planner. I also plan with ChatGPT probably every morning. Goals can change, that's okay, but you really want to have a routine where you sit down, best in the morning or the night before, and just make a plan for the next day. Don't put too much on your to-do list. This will be overwhelming. 1 to 3 non-negotiables that you want to get done that day. Think about badass bitch Beyonce. She is laser focused with execution. She's so disciplined. It all really comes down to discipline, being okay with being uncomfortable. All these badass women that are highly successful, they are okay with being uncomfortable. Do you think Beyonce feels like showing up every day? Definitely not. But she does it anyway because she's not waiting for motivation. She is disciplined. She does it because that's what she said she's going to do. She's not letting herself down. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. If you really show up or not, it doesn't matter. No one actually will really care. The only thing that happens is that you will let yourself down. You will let your potential down. You will let your future self down. And that's a choice that you have to make. Write your goals down. Break them in actionable steps. Do that with ChatGPT. Chat will help you. And then hold yourself accountable. Dreams without action, they stay dreams. No one is gonna do this for you. Only you can do it. That's a choice that you have to make. Number 4, build powerful networks. Successful women, they really surround themselves with other successful people, and especially inspiring and supportive people. Find people in your life because most likely the people close to you, your partners, your best friends, your family, they might not actually understand what you're doing. They might also maybe not be the most encouraging people because they just don't get it. So find people in your life that do get it, that are on a similar path. Connect with people who, if you want to be a content creator, are also content creators or want to do it, who are also creative, who want to build businesses if you're interested in starting something, who are also on a wellness and weight loss journey if you want to better yourself physically. Who you surround yourself with is who you become. So choose your circle wisely. Like, this is the great thing about it. You can actually choose the people that you surround yourself with. Highly successful women, they own their time. They have ruthless time management. They don't overcommit. They don't overplan. This is something that I'm still working on. Like, I'm not doing all of these perfectly, by the way, guys. I'm still working on all of them as well. Time management is definitely something that I'm still working through. You don't have to say yes to everything. You have to learn to say no to things, especially if you're working towards a goal. If you're on a weight loss journey, you cannot say yes to every eating out situation. You cannot say yes just because your partner wants to get takeaway. You have to make mindful decisions that are in alignment with your goal. That doesn't mean you have to be completely restrictive and strict, but you have to always have the goal in the back of your mind, because otherwise your goal is just a wish. You're not actually working towards your goal. If you want to become a content creator and you want to start creating content, but you maybe have a job like I do, I have an actual job and I'm not planning on doing this full time as my main job. Like, I love doing this, but I also like my job, but I have to work around it. Like, I have to get up early in the morning. I have to prioritize planning content, editing. I have to sit in the evening instead of watching a show. I need to like sit and edit. I'm doing this because I like it. So obviously you need to like what you're doing, because if you just want to be a content creator, because that's not going to work for you. Like, you need to find something that you actually enjoy doing, because otherwise you're not going to be consistent with it. Highly successful women, they invest in themselves. This could be anything from courses, coaching, mentorship, education, wellness, therapy, or style. You need to treat your personal growth like a business growth. So I like to get my nails done because this for me is self-care, this is wellness, and this makes me feel good. Yes, this costs money. I don't need to go to the best freaking salon in Berlin. I found somewhere where I got a really good deal, still look at how much you pay for things, and I just know that I show up better when I feel good about myself. You are your best investment, and investing in beauty, looking good, skincare, in a gym membership, in good food that nourishes yourself, like that is an investment in yourself. Highly successful women, they take bold risks. And what I mean by that is that they act before they're ready. This is something that I see a lot of women do. Well, a lot of women don't do, actually, acting before they feel ready. A good example of this is Whitney Wolf Herd. She is the founder of Bumble, and she left Tinder to build Bumble, and she did not feel ready to do that. She actually felt really freaking scared to do that because, you know, she had a really good job at Tinder, but she had this vision and she was just like, I'm just gonna give this a go, and you have to believe in it. And that helped her to become the youngest self-made billionaire. with a B. The takeaway here is that playing small will not get you anywhere. I know this is super uncomfortable, but again, this comes back to being uncomfortable and doing it anyway. You need to be okay with being uncomfortable. You're not gonna get a certain level of success if you're not willing to be uncomfortable. Because we all know growth lives outside your comfort zone. Highly successful women, and I love this one, they visualize their future self. This is a habit that you just need to start. It is so life-changing. You need to start to visualize the future self that you want to be. You can do this in so many ways. You can do it with a meditation. There are guided meditations on YouTube you can do. You can do it with journaling prompts. Just ask ChatGPT if you don't know any. You can also do it with just Pinterest and going through Pinterest and creating a future self mood board, and you get all these like great feelings of what you want, like the house you want, the place you want to live in, the style you want. You need to prioritize really connecting with that vision that you have. If you can see it in your mind, you can literally hold it in your hand. Your brain does not understand the difference between you have it already in your life or you just visualize it in your head. The more you visualize, you already make this as part of your reality. Like this is just inevitable. It's just something that will happen. The more confident you will become and the more you will feel and also motivated to go after it. Visualization literally aligns your actions with your goals. It is so powerful, guys. Highly successful women, they focus on impact and not perfection. And what I mean with impact is literally just progress, just taking action over making it perfect. They launch, they learn, they improve. With launch, I mean they just put something out there. They just create something. They just do it. They do it imperfectly. They do it a little bit messy, but they still do it. Stagnation is worse than taking a wrong step. Stagnation is literally failure in itself because it will not move you forward. It will also not move you backwards, which you might think is good because that's kind of what you want to avoid, but that is not actually good, because what happens when you do that is that you're not learning anything. Because even if you take a step backwards, even if you take a lot of steps backwards, you will still make progress because you were learning something. You have data to look at. If you just sit there and you wait, nothing's gonna happen. You're just gonna waste time. Best thing you can do is you just do, and then you learn from it, and then you keep going, and then you adapt. I know you've got this. Let me know in the comments which habit are you going to focus on this week. Let's grow together. Let's do this together. Let's become successful together. Crush our goals. Make sure to watch this video next because I know it's going to be super helpful for you, and I see you soon. Mwah!